history's echo, and a fast, engaging animation that shows glimpses of the mysteries and technologies of the past. From the depths of forgotten empires emerge innovations that defy our modern understanding. Welcome to History's Echo, where we uncover the forgotten brilliance of civilizations long past. Ancient Egypt's Forbidden Vault, the secret the gods sealed. Ancient Egypt feared something more than death. They feared what should never be opened. Long before the pyramids became tombs for tourists, Egypt's priests built chambers that were never meant for kings, never meant for gods, and never meant for the living. These were vaults, not treasure rooms, not burial chambers, but sealed spaces designed to contain something. Egyptian texts speak of places of silence, chambers hidden beneath temples where knowledge was locked away, guarded by rituals, curses, and priests who swore oaths stronger than blood. What was inside was so dangerous that even pharaohs ruled without access to it. This is where the story begins. In the age before the Great Pyramid, Egypt was not just a kingdom. It was a machine of belief. Every stone, every ritual, every burial followed a single rule. Balance must never be broken. The priests believed some knowledge could shatter that balance, so they hid it deep, beneath layers of stone, false corridors, and sealed doors. Some vaults were placed under temples, others beneath the desert itself. And once sealed, they were never opened again. Hieroglyphs warn of these chambers, not with threats of monsters, not with demons, but with consequences. Texts describe knowledge that could unbind the sky, wake the dead, and turn kings into dust. Power that did not belong to humans or even to gods. According to priestly records, this vault held truths discovered too early, mathematics that bent the stars, astronomy that mapped the heavens with impossible accuracy, rituals that could control crowds, loyalty, even memory, and something else, something unnamed. That is why the vault was forbidden. When a pharaoh demanded access, the priests refused. When a ruler threatened force, the priests warned of collapse, not rebellion, but cosmic disorder. And strangely, the pharaohs listened, because Egypt's rulers understood one terrifying fact. Their power came from belief, and whatever slept in that vault could destroy belief itself. So the entrance was sealed, the location erased, the records fragmented. Only echoes remained. Centuries later, when foreign invaders marched into Egypt, they searched for gold. They never found the vault, because it was never meant to be found. It was meant to be forgotten. History's Echo. Egypt did not hide its greatest secret from thieves. It hid it from humanity. And once a secret is sealed by gods in fear, opening it is never the end, it is the beginning. The priests who controlled Egypt's pharaohs, guardians of the forbidden vault. In ancient Egypt, crowns did not guarantee power. Knowledge did. While pharaohs ruled in sunlight, another authority moved in shadow, the priesthood. These men did not command armies, but they controlled something far more dangerous: belief. The priests understood the stars. They predicted floods, they calculated eclipses. To the people, this was not science, it was magic, and magic creates obedience. Pharaohs depended on the priests to prove their divinity. Without rituals, without ceremonies, without the gods' approval, a king was just a man wearing gold. This gave the priests leverage, and they used it. The Forbidden Vault was not guarded by soldiers. It was guarded by silence, fear, and tradition. Only the highest-ranking priests even knew of its existence. Fewer still knew its location. Each guardian took an oath sealed in blood and ritual. Breaking it was said to invite chaos, not just death, but the collapse of order itself. When ambitious pharaohs demanded access, the priests did not threaten rebellion. They threatened the gods. They warned that opening the vault would break Ma'at, the sacred balance of the universe. Floods would fail, crops would rot, the sun itself would turn against Egypt. And history shows something remarkable. The pharaohs stepped back, because Egypt had seen what happened when belief shattered. During times of political chaos, when priestly authority weakened, famine followed. Revolts rose, dynasties collapsed. The message was clear. When the priests ruled the unseen, Egypt survived. When they didn't, it fell. The vault became their ultimate weapon, not because of what it contained, but because of what it represented. Control over truth, control over fear, control over kings. And somewhere beneath the temples, sealed behind stone and ritual, the forbidden vault remained untouched. its guardians confident that no crown would ever dare break their silence. But silence never lasts forever. History's echo crowns rule the land, but knowledge rules the crown. And in ancient Egypt, the most dangerous power was never worn. It was hidden. What ancient Egypt hid inside the forbidden vault? Knowledge too dangerous. The forbidden vault did not contain gold. It contained something far more dangerous: truth. Ancient Egyptian texts speak in fragments, never directly, always in warnings. The priests avoided naming what was hidden, as if the act of describing it could awaken it. Instead, they used phrases, knowledge not meant for the living. Words that bend the sky, calculations that unbind the stars. This was not superstition. The priests were mathematicians, astronomers, engineers. They mapped the heavens with precision modern science only recently confirmed. And inside the vault they stored what they had learned before they learned too much. Star maps that predicted celestial cycles thousands of years ahead. Mathematical ratios embedded in temple designs. Acoustic knowledge that could manipulate sound, fear, and obedience during rituals. The priests understood something terrifying. Humans could be controlled through belief, rhythm, light, and sound. With the right knowledge, crowds could be calm or driven mad. Kings could be made divine or exposed as liars. And then there were the records. Ancient accounts of civilizations before Egypt. Floods that erased worlds, knowledge inherited, not discovered. Some texts hint that Egypt was not the first to know these truths, only the last to hide them. That is why the vault was sealed, not because the knowledge was evil, but because it was premature. The priests believed humanity was not ready. If rulers gained access, they would weaponize it. If common people learned it, belief would collapse. Gods would fall, authority would vanish. So the vault became a prison for truth, sealed behind ritual, protected by fear, forgotten by design. But there was one more reason the vault remained closed. The priests feared something else. That knowledge does not stay still. Once discovered, it demands to be used. And if the vault were opened, there would be no way to seal it again. History's echo: some secrets are not buried to hide the past. They are buried to protect the future. And once forbidden knowledge is revealed, history can never be the same. The pharaoh who tried to open Egypt's forbidden vault. The breaking point. There came a moment when fear was no longer enough. A pharaoh rose who questioned the old rules. He was young, ambitious, and tired of sharing power with men who wore linen instead of crowns. To him, the priests were not guardians. They were obstacles. He demanded access to the forbidden vault. At first, the priests refused politely. They warned of imbalance, of moat collapsing, of divine punishment. The pharaoh laughed. He had armies. He had gold. He had the throne. What could old men with scrolls do against him? But the priests did not threaten rebellion. They did something more dangerous. They withdrew belief. Rituals were delayed. Omens went unexplained. Ceremonies lost their certainty. The people noticed. Whispers spread. Was the pharaoh still favored by the gods? Flood levels became unpredictable. Crops failed in key regions. Whether coincidence or control, the effect was devastating. The pharaoh pressed harder. Soldiers were ordered to search temple foundations. Priests were questioned, some vanished. And then Egypt stood on the edge. Because the closer the pharaoh came to the vault, the louder the warnings grew. Ancient inscriptions speak of sealed corridors shaking. Of priests performing emergency rituals meant only for cosmic disasters. This was not theater, this was panic. At the final moment, when the entrance was nearly revealed, the confrontation ended. Not with blood, with collapse. The pharaoh's support crumbled. Officials defected, the people turned. Within months, his reign ended. Official records blame incompetence, mismanagement, divine displeasure. But the truth is simpler. He came too close to the vault, and Egypt chose survival over obedience. The vault remained sealed, and the lesson was burned into history. Some doors must never be opened. History's echo power challenges tradition. Tradition challenges fate. And when forbidden knowledge is threatened, even kings can fall. Why Egypt's forbidden vault was never found. The secret that survived time. Egypt prepared for its own death. The priests knew empires fall. They had seen dynasties collapse, temples looted, and gods replaced. So they planned for invasion. When the decision was made to protect the forbidden vault forever, the priests erased it not with destruction, but with intelligence. Maps were altered, temple blueprints falsified. False chambers were built to mislead intruders. Sacred texts were fragmented and scattered across different regions. No single person knew everything. When one priest died, part of the secret died with him. Foreign conquerors came, Assyrians, Persians, Greeks, Romans. All searched for Egypt's legendary hidden knowledge. They found gold, they found statues, they found tombs, but never the vault. Because the vault was not hidden like treasure. It was hidden like a disease, contained, isolated, and erased from memory. Some believe it lies beneath a major temple, protected by layers of false corridors. Others think it was buried under the desert itself, its entrance sealed and forgotten intentionally. And some believe something even more unsettling, that the vault was never meant to be opened again, not even by those who sealed it. That its true power was not what it contained, but the decision to let it disappear. Today, modern technology scans Egypt's sands. Satellites map voids beneath pyramids. Archaeologists debate anomalies beneath temples. But nothing definitive is revealed, because the vault was designed to defeat curiosity, to survive conquest, to outlive belief, and perhaps in a wait, because the final truth may be this: the forbidden vault still exists, not as a place but as a warning. That knowledge without wisdom destroys civilizations, and Egypt understood that long before we did. History's echo: civilizations rise, civilizations fall, but the smartest ones leave behind silence instead of answers. Egypt did not lose its greatest secret. It buried it and walked away. And as long as some doors remain closed, history stays alive. This was not myth, this was not legend. This was history's echo.